There were still great chairs arranged in orderly rows, slowly filling with nervous kids and expectant parents, and at the front on a raised stage were the first two baby grand pianos I'd ever laid eyes on. Their great hardwood tops propped open like blackbird wings. Robbie was there too, bustling about in a floral print dress like the belly of the bowl, making sure all her students had arrived with sheet music in hand. She shushed the room to silence when it was time for the show to begin. I don't recall who played in one other that day. I only know that when it was my turn, I got up from my seat and walked with my very best posture to the front of the room, mounting the stars and finding my seat at one of the gleaming baby grands. The truth is, I was ready as much as I found Roby to be sniffy and stubborn. I'd also fully absorbed her devotion to preparation. I knew my song so well I hardly had to think about it. I just had to start moving my hands. And yet there was a problem when I discovered in the split second it took to lift my little fingers to the keys. I was sitting at a perfect piano, it turned out, with its surfaces carefully dusted, its internal wires precisely turned. It 88 keys laid out in a flawless ribbon of black and white. The issue was that I wasn't used to flawless. In fact, I'd never once in my life encountered it. My experience of the piano came entirely from Roby's squat little music room, with its scraggly potted plant and view of our modest backyard. The only instrument I'd ever played was her less than perfect upright, with its honky-tonk patchwork of yellow keys, and its conveniently chipped metal seat to me. That's what a piano was the same way. My neighborhood was my neighborhood. My dad was my dad. My life was my life. It was all I knew. Now suddenly I was aware of people watching me from their chairs as I stared hard at the high glass of the piano keys, finding nothing there but sameness. I had no clue where to place my hands. With a tight throat and cugging heart, I looked out to the audience, trying not to show my panic, searching for the safe harbor of my mom's face. Instead, I spotted a figure rising from the front row and slowly moving in my direction. I was Robbie. We had brawled plainly by then, to the point where I viewed her a little bit like an enemy, but here in my moment of embarrassment she arrived at my shoulder almost like an angel. Maybe she understood my shock. Maybe she knew that the inequalities of the world had just quietly shown themselves to me for the first time. It's possible she needed simply to hurry things up. Either way, without a word, Robbie gently laid one finger on middle C so that I would know where to start. Then turning back with the smallest smile of encouragement, she left me to play my song.